talking to. I spent time alone long before I met you. These days looking like a dream since I've been on the road. Seeing shit I never seen before, and still there's no place like home. Spending all my days on the west side now. It don't feel the same on the other side now.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I would say welcome back, but it's like my first video. So I've tried to film this video time and time again, because 3 months ago, it wasn't 3 months ago, but because a month ago I tried to film this video and I just felt like I was so awkward and just like so off, so I didn't want to put that out there, like my aura was off. So this one should be better, because last night I tried to film this again and it just wasn't working out and I had to fix a lot of stuff. But this time we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it great. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna power through this. Can't tell you how many times I've told this one story over and over again. Today we're going to be doing a Starbucks story time, and when I was a freshman in college, Starbucks was my job. Like, I love Starbucks. It was so easy to work there. I loved working at Starbucks. I loved everything about Starbucks. I loved the things that we sold. I loved our mottos. I loved what we stood for. I just loved everything about Starbucks. But from time to time, you had a couple of rude customers, weird customers, and out-of-pocket customers. And the customer I'll be talking about today is an out-of-pocket customer. So to begin with the story, it was a super busy day, and we were also short-staffed. So like, if you've ever been to a Starbucks, there's usually 2 people on the register, 1 person on the cold side of the drinks, and 1 person making the hot side. And there's also sometimes a person that does the pastries and the sandwiches and everything like that. And then there's also someone running back and forth, you know, refilling things for everyone, you know, helping out. And then if you're even lucky, you have another person, probably your supervisor, or just, you know, like a regular other barista doing pastry orders, you know, or just organizing the storage room. But that morning we were short-staffed and it was just me and my manager. And it was so busy. Like, the line was going all the way out, like, into the seating area, and it was just crazy. So that morning I had been on the register, and here's the thing. Here's what I don't like about the register. After a while of being on the register, I get confused because I feel like I can't focus on more than one thing at one time. At my old Starbucks, what happened is that if you were on the register, you were also dealing with the pastries. So you would be writing cups down, taking orders, dealing with the pastries in the back, and, you know, extra stuff like that. Oh, and you were also dealing with coffee. So, you know, it was a lot on my plate, and I was doing like 4 things at once. And once you hit 4 is my cap. That's as much multitasking I can do. After 4, I'm done. After 4, I'm done. Once it gets to 5, I'm out of it. So because it was getting so crazy and so hectic, and I just started, you know, writing the wrong things on cups, forgetting to put soy milk on the cups, forgetting to put no ice on the cups, and it was kind of slowing down the process because my manager, who was down at the bar, would have to, like, you know, remake drinks after she already made drinks, you know, setting back all the time. So basically I asked her, you know, do you want to switch? Because I prefer the bar. I don't like having to talk a lot to people. I like being on the bar where I can just be like, here's your drink, it's a good, all right, you have a wonderful day, and that's it. You know, I don't want to have to sit there. Yeah, I would like a caramel macchiato, and then no one has time for that. I don't have time for that. I don't like taking orders. So when I got down to the bar, you know, I started getting into my zone, finding my zen, making my drinks, putting drinks out. And they were all right because my manager was writing all the cups down the correct way, which I was not doing. After about 5 minutes or so, I see this guy in the corner of my eye. He's like looking at me like this. And I'm like, sir, can I help you with something? Because number one, staring is rude. Number two, why are you just in my face?
I don't know that one.
For I was so rudely interrupted by Alexa. I don't need you.
I don't have an opinion on that.
I didn't ask for an opinion. I didn't ask for one. So, anyways, before I was really interrupted, he was like, I was like, sir, can I help you with something? And he was like,
Something's definitions are an uncertain or
Alexa,
unspecified.
Quiet.
Something's definitions are
Alexa,
an uncertain
oh my
or
God.
unspecified thing.
So, getting back to the topic at hand. I see this guy, he's staring at me. That's where we left off at. And I asked him, sir, can I get you something? So then he looks at me and he's like, yeah, I asked that girl over there for milk. I was just like, why are you so aggressive over some milk? But sure, I'll get that for you. So I thought he was talking about like the half and half outside on the bar, because you know at every Starbucks there's like a bar outside where you know you have your milk, your cream, your half and half, all of those are the same things, your sugar, cinnamon, vanilla, whatever you have it. So I was like, oh, well, you know, I thought the half and half needed refilling. So, of course, I told my manager the half and half outside needs refilling. You know, I'm making the drinks, and the half and half was right behind her. She was like, oh, yeah, sure. She did it right away. Like, she stopped what she was doing, and she did it right away. You know, she walked all the way down to the end of the bar and handed him the half and half. He looks at it, and he's like, I wanted 2% milk, not half and half. So at that point, me and her look at each other like, who does man think he's talking to? I'm trying to do a math problem in my head, like, if E squared equals 2, then who is this man talking to? Because it can't be me. So because he was so rude, see, like, that's the thing, when you're rude to customer service people, it's like, it's this thing in our brains that are just like, I'm gonna let you wait, and I'm gonna make you have a hard time. Just because you want to give me a hard time, I'm gonna give you a hard time. You watch. So of course we told him, oh, you can wait a second. And she went back taking orders, and I went back to making drinks. So after like literally putting out 2 drinks in like maybe 2 minutes, this man goes, slams down on the counter, boom, where's my milk? And I'm just like, like I started laughing because I get, when I'm nervous, I start laughing. So I started laughing. I was just like, I said, sir, you can like give us a second. I was like, let me hurry up and get this man out of the store. So I went and got him his 2% milk. Before giving him his 2% milk, he says, man, I'm tired of this racist ass country. I'm like, first of all, let's unpack this. Yes, this country's racist. But you and I, sir, are both black. I don't know if you think you're white. Also, black people can't be racist. What are you talking about? How are we racist? I mean, maybe we were condescending. Maybe we were kind of rude to you because you're rude to us. But racist? Really? And on top of that, kids are around. So, of course, I was like, sir, please watch your language because kids are around. He was like, I don't care about that. So, you know what? I gave him his cup of milk. The next thing I know, this dude, he takes his cup of 2% milk. It was like a little short cup. He takes a little short cup and throws it into the air. Just like that. And in my mind, like the way how he did it, it was fast, but in my mind, it was like, it was in slow motion. Like I could just see the cup going up into the air and then descending down with a big crash all over me, all over the counter. It went on some customers. It was just terrible. So after that, I just stood there for a second. I was like, I was still shook that it happened. After that, he stormed out of the store. But even though he stormed out of the store, I said, call security. Because our Starbucks kiosk was like in the middle of a Kroger's. It was like a little small kiosk that was like in the middle of Kroger's. Or like in the front of Kroger's. And so I was like, call security right now. Because I was so upset, I didn't even know what to do. I was just stuck right there talking about some call security. And that was the story of how a customer threw milk on me and called me racist. It was just funny to me how, like, he said he's tired of this racist country. Me too. Honestly, same. But was I racist? I mean, I barely even said 2 words to the guy. I was just like 1 second. That's probably the only thing I said to him. 1 second. And then he just concluded that I'm racist. And he's black like me too. My black is beautiful. Is yours? Do you know that you're black? See, that's the thing. Some black people don't know they black. The best thing that I could say about those type of customers, for you, even if you're working in Starbucks, it could be Walmart, Kroger's, if you work inside of an airport, literally just to deal with those type of customers, I would say just take your time with them. Try not to go off on them, because that's exactly what they want you to do. I didn't go off on that man, and he still like overreacted and threw his milk on me. But at the same time, just be calm. And the thing that really makes them upset is when you tell them have a great day. When they come at you and they're rude, you say have a great day. And you could be subtly passive. You can do that. You can just be like, oh, you're gonna be rude to me? You could wait a second for your milk. You could wait a second for this. You could wait a second for that. Because if you are in that much of a rush that all human morality goes out the window and you're just rude, then there's no point in me, going the extra mile or even doing like what's required to make your day more easier for you, because you came at me first. So, but that's what I would say. Just take your time with those people. Tell them you have a wonderful day. It's going to be a lot of people in customer service who really love making the workers who work at any establishment, they love making your day harder than it is. And I have tons of stories about things that happened to me at Starbucks, especially Starbucks. Like, I've had a customer try and fight me. That's another story time for another time. Comment down below if you want to hear that one. I've had a customer literally like bug me about smiling. Like, literally, I'd be having the worst day ever and I'm trying to do my job as adequately as I can, and she would just be like, why aren't you smiling? Not knowing that things are going on inside my life. And just like, if you're a customer, just think about what's going on with your barista or with your cashier. Just take a second to think about how they're doing, instead of talking about, why don't you ever smile? Ask them, are you doing okay today? And don't be condescending about it. Don't be like, are you okay? No, just be like, how are you doing today? You all right? And if they're like, I'm fine, and leave it at that, then that's it. Some days people aren't always going to be ready to smile. And a lot of people think that the point of customer service is that you have to have a smile on your face all the time. You cannot have a smile on your face all the time. There's going to be times when you have to be very assertive, and some days you don't feel good and you don't feel like smiling. If you don't feel like smiling, you should be allowed to do that. Don't let capitalism and these old people, these boomers, don't let these boomers tell you what to do. These boomers, don't let them push you around, because they be the main ones giving you all this trouble. And I'm surprised that was like a 30-year-old man that did that to me. And I think I was like 18 at the time. And like a 30-year-old man was like yelling at me and stuff and threw his milk on me. But usually, it's the old people. It's the boomers.
Okay, boomer, yeah, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer, yeah, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer.
Watch out for them boomers. But anyways, thank you guys for watching my very first video. I don't have an outro and I don't really have an intro. But I just want to say, you know, have a nice day. Make sure you self-care. Take care of yourself. Remember to always take a second and just think about you, you know. Don't always be thinking about everything around you. Think about yourself sometimes. Sometimes you gotta be selfish. Be selfish. Be selfish. Sometimes you gotta be selfish. But you guys have a nice day. Goodbye.